Elizabeth at A Literary Princess. If you are new here, welcome. I'm a 6-year PhD candidate in English literature with a focus on Victorian women novelists. And as you might expect, I love to read. Today I have the BookTube behind the scenes tag for you. This was created by Bob from Robert G. Reader of Books. I was not tagged, but I have seen it going around and it's a fun one. And it's really interesting to hear about all the different things that people do differently. So there are, how many questions are there? You would think I would look, but no. So there are 12 questions. The 12th one is to tag some BookTube friends. So really 11 questions. So let's jump in. Question 1, when recording a post, do you read from a prepared script, or do you refer to notes or a broad outline, or do you speak extemporaneously? So I never do a full script. I don't have time for that. I would say I mostly speak extemporaneously. When I'm doing a review or one of my 18th century novel project videos, or when I was doing the George Eliot project videos, I would have notes about what I wanted to talk about, especially if I'm going to be reading quotes. I'll have page numbers and stuff of the quotes. I'll screen record and put a little bit up for you. I use Notion for my notes. I also use that for my notes for school too. But yeah, so here's my notes for the video on Pamela by Samuel Richardson. So I have my little notes for the history section, and then I have my themes that I want to talk about and just the page numbers for the quotes. It's nothing crazy, but that's about it. And then here you can see I have a bunch of different, I've got YouTube scripts and ideas. I call them scripts, but they're not scripts, at all. Here's the Our Mutual Friend review. Yeah, it's just little notes to myself so that I know what I'm doing. But that's only for really involved videos like that. And obviously for tag videos, I have the questions and I have thought about them before and have my stack of books ready if they're required. But other than that, I just speak extemporaneously, whatever, and ramble. Question number 2, do you edit before you post, deleting hems and haws, misspeaks, mispronunciations, and other common public speaking foibles? Do you remove things you didn't mean to say, or off-topic thoughts, or comments you think might be misunderstood? Yes, I do edit, because I misspeak a lot, to be perfectly honest. And if I didn't edit, oof. I sometimes I just do a really long pause while I'm thinking of what to say, and I edit those out. And if I'm pausing to find a quote in a book, I edit that. I do sometimes edit out things I'm where are you going with this? What are you talking about? And I have edited out things that I didn't mean to say. There was one time actually that I said the name of the university I go to, which I have not actually said publicly. I'm sure you could very easily figure it out, but I had a book that the author did their graduate program at my school, and I was like, oh, they go here. That's my university. And then I was like, I don't want people to know that. Or at least I don't want to just say that for everybody to, if you want to do the work and figure that out, be my guest, but I'm not just going to give up that information. So yes, I have definitely edited out things like that. And I frequently edit out mischief from the cats. Or if my husband Stephen is home when I am filming, which he is not today, but he's just a loud person. He's just sitting there watching TV, but he's so loud. I don't understand. So sometimes I'll edit around that. Nothing huge or anything, just so that there's no awkward pauses, no stumbling over my words, No like stop and start. No cats crashing around, although sometimes I leave them in because they're so funny, but so yeah, just that type of stuff. Question number 3, have you ever edited a post after posting? Have you ever deleted an entire post? I've never deleted an entire post, and the only editing I've done on a post after posting has been to the description or to the thumbnail, because sometimes I pick the wrong picture for the thumbnail and I'm like, oh crap, that's not right. And sometimes I forget to put stuff in the description that should be there. But I've never actually edited the video after posting it. I have no idea how YouTube's editing thing works, and I don't really want to find out. So. Question 4, are there certain topics you avoid, things you regard as too personal or too controversial? So like I said, I have tried to avoid putting out where I go to university, just because, I don't know, I don't know. I'm not really comfortable with that. I do avoid certain topics. Sometimes, like, I will not talk about politics, except like in super vague general terms, and if it's related to my reading. Like, I'm not here to talk about that kind of stuff. I'm here to talk about books. And I feel like I get enough politics on the news and on other YouTubers that my husband watches and in life, and I just don't want it on my channel. I don't talk about religion very much. I have mentioned that I'm a Christian, and I'm like fine with people knowing that, like whatever, but I have never actually gone into depth about religion because I'm just not interested in talking about that. Yeah, I don't really talk about major world events. I have talked about major life events in my own life that have affected stuff, like the death of my brother or my wedding, stuff like that, which I'm fine with people knowing that. I don't think that's too personal. But yeah. No. Other than that, no. It's really just like politics and religion and where I go to university is basically the only thing that's personal that I don't talk about. I talk plenty about it, like the university itself, I just have never said the name. Question number 5, do your posts include graphics, special lighting, music, fast cuts, or other design enhancements? So I do have a ring light. I'll actually take a picture of my setup and show you on the screen so that you can see, because this setup is like not fancy. This is my dining room table. Like, you're sitting on my dining room table. And like 2 weeks ago, you were sitting on top of a pile of books because my tripod broke. But yeah, I do have to set up and break down everything every time I want to film. It's kind of a pain. I cannot wait until we have a house and I can just have a little dedicated filming corner. That's going to be great. But we live in an apartment, so no. But I do have a ring light. And I do add graphics. Like, if I don't have the physical book, I'll put the picture up here on the screen for you. And that is the end of my abilities. Fast cuts, I literally didn't know what that was. I had to Google what that was. Music, I have done once in the one vlog that I did, and I've never done another one. Other design enhancements, no. Yeah, I don't have time for that. I don't know how to do that. I don't have time to learn how to do that. No, you get very basic here. Question number 6, do you have a target number of posts each week? I like to post 2 times. Theoretically, they are supposed to go up on Tuesday and Thursday. Sometimes it ends up being Wednesday and Friday. And there have been weeks when I've only posted 1 video. There's been weeks when I've posted no videos. Sometimes life is just lifing, or sometimes I just like don't have an idea. Like, I have an idea for 1 video for the week. I'm like, I don't know what to do for the other one. So we'll just do 1 video. And then sometimes I just don't have time to film. Like because I film on Friday mornings usually, but if something's going on, if it's a long weekend, possibly not. So, but generally 2 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday. Question number 7, are there certain themed posts you contribute to regularly, such as Poetry Thursday or What Are You Reading Wednesday? No. I do my monthly wrap-ups and my monthly TBRs, and that's it. Other than that, it's just whatever happens to be coming to my mind. Question number 8, how important to you is the number of your subscribers? Is there a target number you're hoping to reach? If you don't hit your target, would you consider dropping out of BookTube? Are your posts designed to attract new subscribers? Are you distressed if you lose subscribers? I'm gonna be honest, I pay very little attention to the subscribers numbers. Look, I missed 1,000 subscriber mark. I noticed that it was getting close. I was like, oh, I should do something or at least mention something. And then it came and went, and no. Yeah, so I do not have target numbers. I am not distressed if I lose people because I don't notice. I would not consider dropping out of BookTube if I didn't hit a target that I don't have. I'm honestly surprised that there's more than 5 people that are subscribed to this channel. I'm like, oh, people actually want to listen to me ramble? Okay. I do this for me. This is a hobby that I started because I wanted to do it. And I do it for me. I'm glad for all the subscribers and commenters and viewers who enjoy the videos. Obviously, I'm so thankful. But I do this for me first and foremost. So, the subscriber number, I pay very little attention to. Question number 9, do you always respond when tagged? I certainly try to. But as I was talking about last week in the BookTube embarrassment tag, YouTube doesn't really like to tell me when I'm mentioned in things. It does not come up in the notifications on my desktop at all. Nothing. No, never. It will occasionally pop up on my phone notifications. I don't know why. But when I realize somebody has tagged me, I do try to respond somehow. And I'm so sorry if you've tagged me and I didn't respond to it. YouTube didn't tell me, and I probably just don't know. Yeah. I don't know how to make YouTube tell me either. I have all of my notifications turned on. It's yes, allow everything. Tell me everything, and it still doesn't do it, so. I don't know. If you've tagged me in something and I haven't responded for what seems like a long time, comment on one of my videos and be like, hey, I tagged you over here, because unless I stumble across it, or unless YouTube decides that it wants to give me a phone notification one day, I genuinely don't know that you've tagged me. Question number 10, do you respond to viewers' comments? Are your responses lengthy or only a thumbs up or down? Yes, I do try to respond in some way to each comment, whether that's giving it a thumbs up and a heart or actually commenting back. Depends on the comment, how much there is to respond to, But yes, I do generally try to do that. I'm sure I've missed a few, but. Question number 11, have you ever blocked anyone from viewing or commenting on your posts? I have not. I haven't had to. I know that some people get a lot of haters in the comments sometimes. I've really only dealt with one hater, and I just kind of told them off and they didn't come back, so I didn't feel the need to block them. But yeah, no, never had to block anyone. And question 12 is to tag some BookTube friends. I don't know who has done this, because I know a lot of people have. I've been watching them. So I don't know who hasn't done it, who wants to do it, who's already been tagged. So I'm not going to tag anybody. But if you want to do it, you can consider yourself tagged by me, certainly, because I would love to watch your version of this. So thank you so much to Bob for making this tag. It's a lot of fun, and it's really interesting to learn about how people each do BookTube a little bit differently. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more of my bookish content. It has been great chatting with you. I will see you soon. Bye.